Good
Huh?
evening, and welcome to the start of a experimental mini episode of London's Burning. Tonight, we are focusing on Xavier, who is doing a move from his main haven to a completely new one, and we're throwing in a few additions to the story. So, if you watch this, you have a better understanding of the entire story. If you don't miss out on anything critical. So we start tonight in Xavier's old haven. He's packing up various boxes, and the wind is howling in the old graveyard. Aamon, with socks that used to be strewn everywhere, are now bundled up in completely mismatched pairs in a separate box marked Caitiff's shit.
Red Sharpie, by the way. We don't use black around here. Come
Where do
on.
you want to? Yeah, where do you want me to put my stuff at?
Shit. Did we get a car?
Well, we don't
Surely
have
you hired a
mine.
moving truck.
No. Didn't really think about it.
V-Haul.
Probably, yeah. V-Haul. Yeah. I'll text one of the guys to get a moving truck. Hey. Go.
You know that BBC News interview where they're
Yes.
talking about Korea, and then that child just...
I have locked them out. Just put your boxes in the back of the truck.
Alright.
I don't have a lot of crap.
So I think I was commenting, but I'm not technically there. So I'm gonna knock on the door.
The door's kind of open.
Okay, I pushed the door open.
You probably see
Oh,
one
honey,
of
I'm
both of us
home.
there. Hi, Sidra.
Moving?
I'm just throwing stuff in the box.
Moving.
Where to?
Yeah, I don't think you've told me that yet either.
You'll see when we get there.
I hate when people tell me that.
Well, it's getting a little small, and so I showed up my place. You know, I'm not really fond of that. Random fucking thin blood.
Still
You
Anarch
had someone show
territory?
up?
Yep.
The guy that sent us to the Mad Hatter.
So does that mean like this is a permanent thing?
I have no idea. I don't. We haven't had that discussion. I'm not really sure what's going on. Speaking of, Amon, have you talked to anybody else about your family?
Other than Pandora, no.
What'd she say?
She said that she'd keep an ear to the ground for me, but that was about it. She hadn't heard anything.
Based on what else we have to do tonight or tomorrow, who knows? Who knows, Sidra? We got to go talk to Pandora, and then we got to go see Lance for whatever reason.
I was just doing my usual check by to see how you guys were doing, but if you need help, I'm here.
Yeah, grab a box. Most of it's probably
Actually,
ammunition, by the way.
Speaking
She
of
grabs the
Pandora,
closest box and starts carrying it out.
I actually forgot that she mentioned that she'd like to actually talk to us in Elysium at some point. So,
Great.
Us being the whole coterie?
she said me and Xavier specifically, but she didn't say anything about not bringing anybody else.
Same with Lance. appears that we seem to be a popular duo at the moment.
Oh, how cute.
Not the only two fucking anarchs in this city, probably working on both sides of the fence. Openly.
I'm technically sitting on the fence as a cative, so.
Yeah, good point.
Well, this
that
is that
reminds
guy that you really wanted to punch that one time, right?
Which one?
I was never properly introduced.
Xavier
Oh.
wanting to punch someone doesn't quite narrow it down.
I think
Yeah,
he's
that's a good
referring
point.
he's referring to Lance, the de facto leader of the Bruja.
Yeah, it was at the Bruja headquarters or whatever when we dropped off Bach's computer. Bach back.
Bach, yeah. I need to text Harry too. He'll be excited.
Does he get his own sewer grate?
Yep. Also, I've been thinking about getting a dog.
Are you like cool
What is
with
it with you
dogs?
people and dogs?
Am I cool with dogs? I mean, I was before I was this.
But things change when you're embraced.
So do the dogs, from what I hear.
I look at Aamon. Are you cool with dogs? I don't mean cool.
I never had anything against dogs. It just happened to be the one dog that I did something to happened to be a very important one.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to invest in some little yippee yap little shit. No, we're talking.
Aw, but Xavier, it would look so cute in your purse.
Slide him in my pocket.
Well, that answers that question.
No. Because at least if somebody like Aamon tried to sneak in and kill my dog, it would make put up enough of a fight. I'd probably hear it.
I
Animals don't
aggressively
normally
yanked
like
the
us.
box. I aggressively yanked the box I'm throwing stuff into up off the floor, and I just barge out of the building. I'm just like, it was one dog.
Oh, I don't. Would Sidra know about hellhounds?
She'd know they exist.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah,
I don't know, do you need animal kin to have a hellhound?
It helps.
It helps.
I have one. It could be my dog.
Sorry, what?
Oh, that was just out of character. I was saying I have
okay.
animal kin. It could be my dog. I walked out of the building.
I think the main thing there is whose blood it drank. Ultimately. But yeah, with everything going on, I mean, God love Aamon, but having another person here, this place is too small. And I don't know. Dog would be nice. All that talk about Kalo and his dog. And then we see the whatever that thing was at the ball.
Are you gonna make your own dog food?
I'm not stupid. Literally bring up back half of what we catch, and he and Harry can fight over it.
Well, if you do get a dog, kindly warn me before I stop by.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Thank you.
Also, it's just I don't want people fucking coming over. Not you
I don't
specifically,
have a phone.
but I just you know what I mean. Like random fucking people showing up. It's not cool. Not cool. And if I don't know who they are, they shouldn't be here. Which I've taken some extra precautions with that too.
Always good.
We're probably good to start heading that way, by the way, Shiver.
Right. Rest of the boxes get bundled into the V-Haul van. V is for Vitae. Where would you like to go first?
It's our word of the day.
Vitae means life in Latin. Where are you off to
Today's
first,
episode brought to you by the letter V.
We're
Where are we going?
We're at Vesami Road.
Ooh, it's just that time, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. Did we go to the new place first, or did we go talk to somebody first?
Are we going to be driving around with a truck full of your belongings?
Yeah. Well, it depends. Where we go first? We can go get Pandora knocked out of the way if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm
You
just
gonna tell
along
her?
for the ride.
Anything you
Tell
want to discuss on the way?
Pandora.
Let's head straight
Yeah,
to
tell
Elysium.
Talking to Aamon, see if he's gonna tell Pandora. Yeah, tell Pandora.
Like text her?
No, I mean like when we actually talk to her, are you gonna say, "Hey, like I might be that thing"?
No.
Why?
Are you kidding me? Well, because as much as we trust Pandora, she's still got an obligation to the prince over us.
Okay, but you're living at my place. If they find out it's
Yeah.
you, I don't need them coming in and raiding where I'm at.
True.
So we might want to test the waters here. Maybe not tell her it's you, but say that we may know who it is.
Yeah, I was going to bring up the whole memory lapse thing separately, so I don't know.
Might be a good place to start.
Maybe. Yeah.
We also heard a rumor of a Malkavian that's searching for their identity, which I haven't discounted that from being someone impersonating him.
That'd be interesting.
If we could say for all certainty that Aamon is the Ripper, you wouldn't be here anymore.
I don't think that's the point, though. But more signs point to him than not. And so we need to figure it out. I think
I'm in favor
mentioning-
of waiting for more proof before we take it to Pandora.
I'm okay with bringing up the blackouts. I had dreams.
Yeah.
Vampires don't have dreams.
Yeah, that seems okay.
You head over to
If you don't
Elysium.
do it, I will.
Enter into the building of Carfax Tower. The usual faceless member of the crowd takes your weapons from you, and you descend down the hidden staircase. Elysium is relatively quiet. Only one of the constable's deputies watch over the scene. In the corner, glistening with red light, is Pandora, her usual corner once again occupied by the elegant figure. She sits watching the scene, cradling a silver chalice filled with vitae. As Xavier and the others approach, they see she is wearing the earrings Xavier gifted her, and Aamon recognizes the chain from the pocket watch he gave her, sitting outside her pockets. As they approach, She gives them a smile.
Now, remind me, Pandora's... She sits at like a booth, right? Or at like a table?
Like a little alcove that's in
The
a corner.
Yeah.
I've always imagined a corner booth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chairs on one side, half circle booth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't forget the dark red light.
Yeah. The color of Vitae.
You don't have to.
I actually go in and normally I'd either stand or lean on the wall or whatever, but I actually go in and I respectfully sit down across from the table.
Everyone else taking a seat? Or
I do not sit down because I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be there. So I kind of hover alongside of them, waiting either to sit or to go to the bar.
she welcomes you all. She smiles. Even says to Sidra, would you care to join us?
I nod and sit down.
Drink? Anybody?
Sure.
I'm good,
Take a drink.
thank you.
She does a little. And someone swiftly comes over, places a chalice each in front of you. You may slake one hunger, but no, make sure you don't go less than one. Aamon, you did very
Yes.
well at the ball. You've even had people talking your name. I'm very pleased to say that, if you so wish, we can offer you a seat in the ivory tower.
I lean over to Sidra and I just go, what does that mean?
In the Camarilla.
Oh. That's cool.
If you wish to take this position, you are more than welcome. Even the fact that you have a family is a slight problem, but it won't stop you being ascended.
I actually kind of look at Xavier to see what he thinks about this. Just
He's kind of given a weird look because he'll actually say, Pandora,
Yes, darling.
the Camarilla wouldn't say, take out a family just so they could recruit somebody, would they?
The camera wouldn't. Unless, of course, the masquerade was breached. But then, everyone affected and who committed the masquerade breach would be given final death.
Well, hey, if the Scourge comes after you this time, then you really fucked up. They're not just goofing off.
The Scourge would no
Sure.
longer target Aamon.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Would-
you have the other sheriff.
The sheriff enforces all of the Camarilla's traditions. We are all a potential target of the sheriff and his deputies. She leans back and gives a little wave to the deputy standing over Elysium.
Would you need my answer about that immediately?
No, you may think on it.
Okay. I might do that. What, is that all you called me here for today?
That is the only business I have with you tonight, yes.
Okay.
I just felt it was
Um,
of great importance that you should know immediately.
Thank you. Actually, I might actually have, a request, or a question to ask you.
Go on, my child.
I asked the coterie about this, but they didn't seem to know much, other than Isaac might have thought he might have known what it was, but I've been just having blank spots in my memory.
Yes.
Just periods of time in varying lengths and occurrence.
Are these
And
from outside substances? Because I can quite understand that.
No, they're not.
Ah, You never knew your sire, did you?
No, I did not.
You were never educated on how to handle the beast inside of you.
I barely even know what that means.
And being Brojar, your beast is particularly active. Not being able to suppress it is something quite worrying. But given
It could be.
time, given experience, it is something you will learn to be able to suppress, except in most exceptional circumstances.
Would that be something I would have to come to you to learn? Or is there someone in particular I could...
I could teach you some things, but we are not of the same blood. Your beast is far more active than the one that lives inside of me.
Right.
So if the beast were causing these blackouts, wouldn't he remember the trigger?
The trigger is a common theme among all of our kind. Fire,
Food.
cold, hunger, paranoia, domination. Just some of the things that can trigger a beast inside of us.
Well, that's more information than I had, so thank you.
I'm sorry I can't be of any more help, but it's something that's very personal to each of us. The Clan of the Rose in particular tries as hard as they can to not let their beast escape because it's quite embarrassing at times. Is there anything more I can help you with, child?
Other than that, no, but I think you did ask me to bring Xavier along with me, so...
I did. Sidra, Aamon. I hate to be so rude, but would you mind giving us some privacy?
No problem.
No problem.
Thank you kindly.
I take my drink over to the bar.
I'll follow her over and sit next to her.
Xavier. You wanted a private
Pandora.
chat.
Yeah. How much can I trust you?
More than a Nosferatu.
Nosferatu's my best friend.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So I'm worried.
Yes.
You heard what's happening with Aamon.
I've heard some details. His mortal family is missing.
Blacking out. Blacking out because of the beast. What's a
happens to
vampire
those
like that able to
uneducated in
do?
all ways.
Yeah, and with everything going on that we've been investigating, what's stopping you guys from pinning it on him?
Because it would be far more constructive for us to actually find the real perpetrator than it would be to frame someone in this instance.
What if it is him?
Then he would be subject to the traditions. Though it would be highly doubtful it would be him. He is of relatively new stock, and the attacks are particularly brutal. It's far too brutal for someone as young as Aamon. Although the evidence...
How would you see?
The evidence does indeed seem to be damning of him.
You have any suggestions on how we possibly could clear his name or prove it?
Two. You either find the real culprit, or you frame someone else as the culprit. It would do none of us any favours if it was Aamon being accused of being the Ripper. We would all suffer final death, myself included.
Very good point. Question, though.
Yes.
If it is him, and I do frame somebody, can I beat him up before he joins you guys?
Of course. Bruises and broken bones heal relatively quickly for our kind.
Cool, thanks.
Is that all that was on your mind, Xavier?
All Bruges look the same.
Yeah. It is for now. I'm actively moving havens, so we probably need to get out of here.
Very well.
They found my sire.
I wish you luck with that.
Yep. I get up and walk to the bar.
She stands and she says to the three of you, "Now fuck off," but gives you a small wink after.
Don't you even.
Amon will probably give a little bit of a nodding bow before turning to leave.
Stop getting married before we found your wife. Jesus Christ.
I have no interest in Pandora.
Don't let her know that.
It's true.
Back to the car. Well, I've got an inkling that I know how this next one's gonna go.
Now, is this your typical U-Haul? All three of us are shoved into the front seat of the car.
Who's driving?
Yeah.
I'm assuming I'm in the middle.
I figured. I was just wondering who's driving.
You or me. We're just simple driving.
Yeah.
Probably me, since I know where I'm going.
Talking of which, where are you heading to next?
Well, we're going back to Anarch territory, so we might as well go see Lance. Then we can all just talk about it while we're moving in.
Okay.
Is this going to be as hostile as it was last time?
I think that depends on me.
I'll keep my sword ready.
Same.
Aamon, Xavier, and Sidra enter Slade Park Hall. A few students are milling around the place, and Lance is waiting for them in the main auditorium. Lance notices, nods his head, and ushers them over. Yo, how's it going? I know we ain't been seeing eye to eye lately, Xavier, but I appreciate you coming and bringing a new guy with you.
Yeah. What do you want?
Actually, the new guy I wanted to talk to.
I've just been offered a seat in the Anarch, aren't I?
I bet I know where this is going.
You turned a
I
few
just
heads to that
kind
ball.
of.
I step over.
Yeah.
I
Rabble and
pat
I.
him on the back as he steps up.
Rabble and I want to know if you want to be one of us.
I just look at Xavier again.
I didn't do this.
That's fair.
Obviously, I didn't do this.
Can I think about it?
Yeah, sure, we ain't like the clubhouse fucks.
I mean, the
No
clubhouse
offense.
fucks let him think about it too.
I doubt that very much.
Mhm.
What about you, Xavier? Where do we stand with you? You still with the cause, or are you going to join the treehouse?
I'm just kind of tapping my fingers on my sword during this.
Instigator. You know I'm not going anywhere. As much as we can fuck off and hit each other and fight and argue,
Well, that's what
everything that
Brojars
goes
do,
on
man.
over there. Don't call me.
That's our word.
Did you have fun at the ball?
I had a few words with the constable.
A few words.
Well, I think it's very unfair, to say the least, that they're keeping the keeper of Elysium prisoner, but he insists that they're not keeping him prisoner. That that's all some fucking clubhouse front. He can't walk out of there and not get dusted.
And you ask me if I'm going to switch sides. Think about what you just said.
Well, I don't know, man.
You heard who got picked for the Primogen, right? I look over at Sidra.
Still tapping on my sword.
I heard it was one of the Assamites, yeah. Just another show and dance. Try and lord it over the rest of us.
Of course. But if you didn't care, why the fuck did you go?
Because if I didn't go, then I wouldn't know what's going on.
Exactly.
I can't exactly give speeches against the bourgeoisie if I don't know how the bourgeoisie are.
By the way, we had a Thin Blood just show up at my place one night. Give me some info and send me to a really fucked up bar.
You gotta watch out for those thin bloods, man. They try and walk the line between our kind and the mortals.
Aren't there Thin Blood in his...
He was surrounded by him last time.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
just saying, aren't we surrounded by him?
I look around. Do I see the guy that was there?
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well. Any word on back?
We haven't heard anything from him, but we haven't got any jobs for him either then. We were hoping we could try and recruit him as well. He'd have been fucking useful.
You mean you haven't heard back from him?
Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it. Is the
You wanna
Assamite
recruit
trying
the
to be
guy that-
funny?
You want to recruit the guy
Citra's
that was
kind
trying
of
to start
stifling
a
a
war?
laugh the entire time.
What did you say, Xavier?
You're trying to recruit a guy that's trying to start a war between the Camarilla and the Anarch?
Well,
Like,
what
we
else
don't
do
have
you
enough
think we're
fucking
trying to
shit.
do?
You're trying to start a war with the Camarilla?
We're trying to win the war.
Mm-hmm. You are aware there's more than two sides to this, right?
There's only two sides. There's our side and the wrong side.
Yep. Okay.
I'm really
think we're
trying
both
to
gonna die,
suppress
but-
myself from giving Lenin-like speeches at the moment, just so you know.
Lamont, it looks like you got a choice to make.
Yep, looks like it.
Question, Lance.
Yeah?
You heard about a family go missing lately? Like a whole family? Like
Not a
a
whole-
wife and a child?
Not a wife and a child, no.
Specifically his?
We've had a few inklings of various people disappearing, but information to us is a bit slow. We haven't got many Nosferatu on our side.
What people
What
disappeared?
were the...
There's been various couple of mortals, thin bloods, even a few of the rabble have gone missing.
We've got rabble missing?
Like as in taken or just up and gone?
Missing. We don't think it's an exodus because hasn't been that many people. Enough for us to notice. Why, you heard something?
No.
Nothing specific, but it's strange.
We know of some missing people. So if you have any information about it,
Like I say, not much has got back to us, really. We're still trying to piece it all together.
Folger's had somebody go missing. You've got Rabble missing. His family's missing. We've got the Ripper running around. What a great time to be alive. Or undead.
This is fairly quiet. You should have been here during the uprising. Every night, it was a revolution. It was glorious.
I was in London.
That was a hell.
Yeah.
okay.
I missed what you said, sorry, Sidra.
No shit.
I didn't have the privilege of being there, but we've got lots of refugees coming in from London.
All right, I don't think this is the last time we'll talk. I think, obviously, there's some business coming up, so...
Can't wait. Always good to speak to one of the brethren.
Can't wait. And I will turn around and slowly start to walk away, just in case he says anything.
Just sort of raises his fist.
Sidra
Real
follows Xavier, but keeps an eye on Lance the entire time.
I do.
Mm-mm.
I say he's not going to do anything.
I
As
mean, I'm
soon
not
as we
going to
get out to
intimidate
the-
him.
As soon as we get out to the car and the door closes, I'm just like, man, do I not like how shifty the Camarilla is, but I do not like that guy.
Yeah, I'm a
Amarilla's
bit...
just politics.
Yeah. All politics are shifty.
So are the Anarchs. They just don't like to admit it. Why are you such a codpiece to both sides right now?
I don't know, dude. I went to the party. I did things you're supposed to do at a party, and now everybody's all over me. I don't know.
And your family's missing. It seems a bit suspicious.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's my main concern at the moment. Then I'll figure all this out.
Would you like to arrive at your new haven?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's pull up.
So, the trio drive over to Cowley Industrial Park, head out of the van, and Xavier takes off the "To Let" sign on the metal security fence surrounding his new haven. He, Sidra, and Nitro walk into the newly acquired building. At this time of
Who's
night, the
Nitro?
area... I've even written Nitro in my notes, that's why.
That's funny.
He, Sidra,
Sorry.
and Aamon walk into the newly acquired building, or should I say Kalo. At this time of night, the area is quiet, save for the sound of traffic coming from the main road that runs along nearby.
Is this a warehouse or an office building?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a massive... It's a warehouse with an office.
With offices on it.
Yeah.
And a garage door. Figure if Amon's living with me for now and maybe forever, gotta have a place to pull it in.
The car.
Can't have your shit getting towed.
Yeah.
Speaking of, have you found his car yet?
Yeah, it's at his house.
My wife got it after it got towed.
Well,
Oh.
to be assumed.
Yeah.
Also, if we ever, I don't know, recover a vehicle with a bunch of random ass stolen blood bags from a port and need to stash it somewhere. There's a little bit of room in here.
It's
Plus some.
roomy.
Yeah, there's some additions.
Plenty of room
I
for
will.
a dog.
I will. Yeah, that's what the fenced in outside is for.
Now I'm picturing a pair of Dobermans like on a Disney cartoon.
Oh no.
Blisney.
Blisney.
I'm sorry. Blisney.
So the armory is the same size as it was in my other house. You probably see when we walk in, actually, there's a lot more people here now than were before. Twice
Get
as
more
many.
staff?
Yep. I will take them to a room where the security system is set up at. Mon said his security system sucks, so I made sure mine was a little bit better.
Who only sets up a security system that records for a week?
How long would mine be for, Shiver?
Let's go with 2 weeks.
8 days.
And as Xavier is talking about his security system, the three of them hear a new voice behind them that says, "Guys! Hi!"
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Harry.
I mentioned to him
Harry.
I was giving him a way in. Hi, Harry.
Hi, Xavier. Hi, Aamon. Hi, Sidra.
Hi, Harry.
So how are you all? Do you think of a new place? Isn't it great?
Yeah, how much have you staked out the place so far?
Well, all of it.
Yeah, okay. No ghost?
Not as far as I can see. Why? Who are you going to
see
call?
ghosts?
What's the fun? Ha ha. No ghosts. What's the fun in that?
I don't do ghosts. See how Kalo acts. I really don't want to be that way.
Mostly just
I'm
kind
feeling
of
okay.
background white noise.
What I need in my head is more fucking background white noise.
It can be comforting.
It's a nice place, and I think there's a good supply of vitae in the area too.
Oh, good.
Hold on.
Yes.
Non-Harry. What type of vitae?
What do you mean, what type? Like, the liquidy kind? What do you want to do? Get a
because-
transfuser machine and mix it in with some sort of back hotel?
I think he's making sure you're not confusing, human for rat.
Well, vitae's vitae,
Yeah,
really,
that one.
but... I mean, there's
Wait, is
lots
there a
of
rat
rats.
infestation in this building? Have you checked that?
I mean, there's a rat
There's no
infestation
rat.
in this whole city. This is England. It never recovered after the plague. The old
And I have a
plague,
Harry
not
to
the
take
current
care
one.
of that. Any other word on Amon's family?
I haven't heard anything specific yet. I'm still looking out, though.
Thanks, Harry.
Okay.
Have you heard anything that I should check up on?
Yeah, actually.
Yes.
While we were at the ball, did you happen to hear about a Malkavian?
Just one?
Well, specifically a rumor about one looking for its identity.
The one that escaped from Oxford?
Yes.
Yes, I heard that.
Does that ring any Nosferatu bells for you?
Not yet, but you see, the problem with Malkavians is they're fucking insane.
No shit.
Tell me
And
about
there's
it.
lots of them.
Yeah, they're like the rats.
Yes!
It's
Except
actually a
rats-
good analogy.
Except rats are my friends.
Malkavians aren't your friends?
Not many.
I look at Sidra. I mean, really? Malkavians don't get along with most people. You think they're going to get along with Nosferatu? Nosferatu want info, and they're not really wanting to sit there for a week just to get one word.
Good point.
It's like trying to code something in a different language when you don't know anything about maths. That's what it's like talking to a Malkavian.
Speaking of Malkavians, hey Harry, do you like whitefish? Because like, I ended up running into what's his name?
Balo.
The doctor introduced me to him. Balo, thank you. And he made me. He didn't make me. He convinced me to buy some, and I can't really. I don't have anything to do with it.
What am I supposed to do with whitefish?
I don't know,
Whitefish from Balo isn't always just whitefish.
What, sometimes
Oh.
they're a goldfish?
No, I don't think that's the
Or
case
prices.
here.
Oh. That's strange.
No, I think that's just whitefish. I think that's what he does. That's his thing.
We've
Malkavian
transported
fishmonger.
packets of whitefish before.
Yeah. Have you never noticed that Kalo and Balo are a little more obsessed with fish than not?
I mean,
Seems to be
Yeah.
their thing.
do you know how hard it is to understand what the fuck they're saying?
Yeah.
We
The
Harry.
guy took a brick as a date to the ball. Even I got better than a brick.
Yeah, and the other guy stole it and kept it in his house, and we had to break in and get it. Do you know what it's like going into a Malkavian's haven?
Yes.
Horrible.
Yes. It's not as comfortable
know,
as the sewers.
The hopscotch was kind of fun.
No. Sorry, the what?
Hopscotch.
Oh yeah, that's right. You weren't in that room.
You played hopscotch?
We played hopscotch.
Oh yeah.
So you'll be sleeping way over there.
Actually, while you're still here, Harry, could I ask you a favor?
Maybe.
Out of character, real quick. What was the gangrel chick's name again?
Lamia.
Lamia. Harry, can you try and get me as much information on Lamia as you possibly can? She was the gangrel at the party with the werewolf on a leash.
Lupine.
That's a bit difficult.
Okay.
But what sort of information do you want?
What exactly she does with it?
With what?
The lupine or whatever.
She had a lupine?
Harry, where were you at when
Did
it
you
ripped that?
miss that? I bet he was making out with his date at the time.
Well,
She's
I
not
mean,
wrong.
no, if yeah, that
Aamon
excusable.
visually shudders.
You know, you really knocked that out of the park. I'm impressed.
Well, I mean, it was easy in the end. She'd never had a Nosferatu lover before, and she said they're very attentive and sensitive lovers. Like we're crying out for the attention. She's not wrong.
I look at Aamon. I look back at Harry. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
I mean,
Hey,
so-
Aamon, you might want to get with Pandora. I don't know. You never know what'll happen.
trust me, Toreadors know a thing or two.
I think that's what's going on here. She's interested. She's never had one of you.
I immediately, my head slumps over because I finally understood what Xavier is going on about.
So you want me? You still want me to find out some
Oh,
information
you
on
dear
Lamia?
summer child.
Yeah, because, well, I don't know if you knew this because you didn't even know that it was a lupine, but that's the same lupine that tried to murder me. So,
Oh.
and it was Wall. She had it under her supervision. So, if she happened to do that on purpose, I'd like to know why.
And Harry turns to Xavier. Xavier?
Yes, Harry.
Is it alright if I do this?
Aamon,
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask Harry to go do your thing.
right.
But if you're gonna be here, there's a lot of trust here.
Right.
What Harry and I have has been built up over a while.
I understand.
He's doing you a huge favor.
Yeah, he is.
You owe him dinner.
Oh, good. It's not me this time.
The good news is Harry doesn't have to sneak around too much to have dinner. He can just come here.
That's true. I'm not much of a cook, but I'll see what I can do.
Don't boil the blood, that's just weird. Who do you think you are? Corden Ramsgate?
Hey, I provided you a very nice meal before and you didn't take it.
I ate before I came, I'm sorry, and I was a little bit scared because you got someone from the Clan of Death!
It was before that.
Was it?
She's
I
very
don't know.
pretty.
Yeah, and for the record, Isaac was there when we gave you, you know who.
Are you still hanging around with that Isaac guy?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know.
what's wrong with Isaac?
What do you mean,
It
what's wrong
sounds-
with Isaac? The guy from the Clan of Death! The guy that's literally come back from death twice! And you're asking me, oh, what's wrong with that guy? He's like
So
the
have
living
we.
dead twice over! No, you've only come back once. This guy, well, you technically, I mean, you died and then you came back. But this guy died and came back, and then he died and came back.
Yeah, but he's just a harmless old man.
That's what they
Well,
want you to
harmless as
think.
a vampire can be.
That's like saying, oh, you know, the Tremere's the doctor, so he's not very aggressive, is he? You can trust the Tremere.
Yeah, Harry's got a point.
Yeah.
I hear what Harry's saying. I also have been face to face with the Scourge.
Oh, how
So-
is he? Did you send him my love?
I mean, are you an
Kinda
out?
wants
If I
to
bring
see
up,
much.
you.
if I bring up, stop! I know Harry. Is he gonna not kill me?
Plus, Chuckles was with us.
No, he'll just make it a bit faster. Oh, Chuckles?
Hmm.
Oh, you were fine. I mean, I can see you're fine. You're still here.
I left.
That's probably a wise decision, but Chuckles wouldn't have let you die. Probably.
I look at him on.
I'm sorry. The response from Harry just now was the best. I want to know the relationship between Harry and the Scourge now.
We hang out.
Sorry, what?
We sometimes
He's no
we watch the
Nosferatu.
Betflix.
No, you don't.
You bet,
Okay,
flex,
that's-
and kill?
Harry, I love you, but staring through somebody's window and watching something on their TV while they're watching it does not mean you're watching it together.
Well, shit, that means I haven't had a date in like...
You had a date at the ball. Don't start.
Well, I mean, if that's the constitution for a date, I mean... pfft, that was just a sympathy shag. I felt very sorry for her. She was new to town. She didn't know many people around here.
What clan was she with?
But she was from the clan of the Rose.
How much info did you get from her that night?
Whoa, what do you just constitute as information?
Okay, yeah.
I found out that she can make a knot in her mouth with just her tongue.
A knot of what? What was turned into the knot?
A red licorice string?
Oh, okay.
Why?
I
What
guess
else
I
could
need
it
to
be,
take the
Xavier?
time.
A cherry stem.
Making sure it wasn't your penis.
You don't want that in the knot.
Yeah, that seems a bit painful.
Yes, Kindred. I don't know if it matters or not.
That's true.
Pandora, know you were with her?
I don't
I
know.
don't think Pandora cares.
Curious if she cared. She got a little. Thought I locked the
Well,
door.
they're at the ball. There's no way Pandora didn't see them.
Wrong game, Taylor.
Sharon isn't from Oxford, so you know. So the situation in South Korea is very troubling.
She came in and said, "It's a dragon." I'm like, wrong game.
No, she's banging on the door because you locked it.
Yeah.
Oh, that brings back memories.
Oh,
It's a
I'm glad I
dragon.
never had kids.
Oh, they make everybody laugh in small doses.
I was too focused on my studies.
Okay, well, Harry,
Yes.
it seems Amon here is the apple of everybody's eye.
Yes. Go on.
He's been asked to join both
Oh, that,
the
yeah, of
Camarilla
course.
and the Anarch.
Yes. His behaviour was
You,
very impressive. You did very well, Aamon.
I was very drunk. It probably
That
explains
probably helped.
You wouldn't think that one of them would have taken his family to push this along, would you?
The Camarilla wouldn't. There'd be no point. If they wanted out, they would just kill his family. Quite frankly, and that would be just done. Sorry, no offence. But the Anarch...
But they would, like, let him know, just say, "Hey, we killed your family."
Oh, yeah. It's just like, so your family's dead. Do you want to join us or what? Whereas the Anarchs would fuck with you. No offence, but they're pretty messed up.
It's true, some of the Anarchs out there.
They present
look
a
at the game.
united front, and they all like to think they're the leader, and they've all got very different philosophies of how kindreds should interact with each other and the mortal world. You've got the Bruiser on one hand, who want to recreate the glorious Promethean past, and then you've got the Toreador, who, well, they're just even more fractured than they normally are.
Harry,
Yes?
can I remind you that the Death Guy is part of the Camarilla now?
No, he's not.
I thought he was.
No, they're independents, which is even worse.
So they're like the Gangrel, kind of?
The Gangrel are fully fledged members of the Anarch movement.
She didn't act like it.
The Band of
That's an
King used to
Anarch.
be independent, but we chose to go toward.
What a
you all
glorious
sold
day
out.
it was.
Yeah, they sold out like Green Day.
What's the Green Day?
At least it wasn't like Metallica.
What's the Metallica? Or do you mean Blue Knight and
Copper.
Stonica?
Copper.
Gelatin.
Oh, that'd be a kick-ass name for a band.
They play thrush metal.
Oh, we are gelatin.
Their number one song, Yeast Infection.
All right, then.
Can Harry please be a permanent party member, please?
No. I hate myself so much.
Oh, Amon. I probably should let you know. There's still somebody I know that nobody's ever met, and I think I'm going to have them come over one night.
Okay.
They're a bit rowdy.
Sounds like a
you
hot
want me to
date.
stay in my room?
No, I think... Let's just say this. I don't know when you're going home, and you got to make this decision.
Yeah.
You know who I am. You know what I do. This is my haven. I don't care if you stay here. I'm willing to share it. But I don't go by their rules.
He's a rebel without a clue. Cause.
Damn it, Harry.
I'm trying to be serious, Harry. Shut up. That was out of character.
I'm not telling you to join either side. They're both fucked up in their own right.
Is that right?
I mean,
I'm not going to tell you to join either side either.
I'm going to say you should join the Camarilla. Excellent dental plan. And they know what they're doing. They've protected us for hundreds and hundreds of years. Whereas the Anarchs, well, the very first Anarch movement gave birth to the Sabbat. And they are bastards.
Harry,
Yes.
have I ever done you wrong?
Not yet.
And vice versa.
Not yet. But I still know you would sell me out in an instant just to move the Anarch movement that little bit inch further into Camarilla territory. That's what you're all about.
I would sell you out?
In an
I
instant.
don't believe that.
I don't think you'd be my first choice to sell out.
Well, that's good because I'm pretty much worthless.
I mean, I think maybe getting some info and back and selling him out is beneficial to both of them. That's something I'm willing to do.
I don't know where that guy is. Very suspicious. How does a Nosferatu hide? Oh, wait.
So you're saying he hasn't been back?
No, he is back. But he hasn't returned, if that's what you're asking.
So you're going to be here, and these people are going to come over. 1, 2. I'm not going to have the whole gang over. That's ridiculous. But not everybody I deal with is as cool as Harry.
Oh, thanks. You're the
Oh,
first
darn.
person apart from my side to say I'm cool.
Really?
Yes.
I look at Sidra.
You're cool, Harry.
Oh. Thanks, Caesar. You're alright for
And
a
I'm
Banu
pretty
Hakim.
cool, so that means a lot coming from me.
I mean, you said you're
She's
cool,
right.
so it must be true that I'm cool too. Because that's what all the cool people do.
Exactly.
So I'm just giving you a heads up.
All right. For the most part, I'll probably just make sure I stay out of your way. I know I'm already intruding enough.
You're not intruding. You won't be here at least.
I guess it depends on how much you pick up your sock.
He's got his own room here.
You see me almost like do like a little fist pump. Yes.
We're not stuck in the basement of a house together.
So, where's my room?
I'm sorry, what?
Plenty of room for you in the
That's an
sewers,
idea.
Caesar.
No,
We have a
prefer
way
my
down.
own haven,
It's
thank
right
you.
over there. Okay, well, we need to figure out what happened to your and soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got an idea about that, you know.
Yeah?
An idea.
Yes! You never asked if I had an idea, but once this occurred to me. Is it okay if I tell you?
Please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why don't you start making inquiries in one of the Anarch clubs? There's lots of people with very loose mouths and other things in the Kinky Club.
The Kinky Club.
We've been there.
Yeah, we
That's
have.
right. Forgot about that place.
If you look polar opposite of the Camarilla Ball, it's the Kinky Club.
It's true.
Got a good
Why
point.
specifically there, though, Harry?
Pardon, sorry? You'd think with ears
Why
the size of
specifically
this I
there?
could hear, but no, not always.
Preternatural.
Why exactly there, though? Just because it's a
Because,
club
you
of
see,
Anarch-
you're going to get a lot more loose tongues in the Kinky Club than Pub Dread. Because in Pub Dread, they don't really drink so much, and everyone's kind of a little bit scared of the owner.
Why are you scared of Vault? What?
She's very stern.
She's a bitch, is what she is.
She was known to personally throw out rowdy customers.
Wait. I turned to Sidra. Wait, aren't you like an honored guest there?
Pub Dread, yeah.
Not anymore, she isn't.
Oh?
Why not?
Well, because Volsis knows that you broke into her place, into her haven. She was not very amused.
When?
Don't you remember? Even I know this story.
I think that wasn't Sidra. I think that was Kalo.
But you're all part
That
of
was the
one.
night I was made an honorary member.
You're all part of one coterie, and she later subsequently found out that it was Kalo that broke into her office, knocking certain parts of her anatomy, and she noticed that.
How did she find out Kalo did that?
Well, because she's her club, and this is Oxford. She could have brought the information from one of us. She could have had contacts outside of here. Who knows? She's a very impressive woman.
Could have, who knows?
Well, Nosferatu know pretty much everything that's going on, and information is sold. It's our thing. We haven't got
the
much else
reason
going
that's-
for us.
The reason that's pretty much is because they can't even keep track of their own fucking kind.
That is one benefit of being Nosferatu. There are so many of us. But at the same time, it works against us because there are so many of us.
It's interesting, though. Might explain why she was a little bit of a bitch at the party.
Well, this is the thing, as I was trying to tell you. You see, Anarchs are very fractured, and they're all trying to fuck each other over just to get in with the Baron, who hasn't been seen for a while, but he's still around.
Yeah, we know. She took credit for something we did.
That sounds like an Anarch.
Yeah.
You see, at least if you did that for the Camarilla, your contribution would be recognised. The Camarilla have this system in place called Pre-Station, and the Harpy records everything that everyone does, whereas in Anarchs, no. And don't even get me started. You think the Scourge is bad? Well, do you know what the Anarchs do?
Yeah.
They've got
Yeah, I do.
Sherlocks walking around Oxford. Obvious treaty violation, and if certain Camarilla people get found in Anarch territory, the Sherlocks just eradicate them. I mean, true that they're not anywhere near as powerful as the Scourge, but, you know, it's the principle of the matter. The Scourge will only attack you outside of Oxford. He is bound by treaties, whereas the Anarchs don't respect treaties. I'm really going to have to clean my microphone after this.
They don't respect them. They do abide by them for a while if it benefits them.
Whereas the Camarilla are members and proud honorary people that stand by their words and their treaty. The Anarchs wouldn't have it any other way after all.
He's right.
No offence, of course, Xavier. I know I love you and things like that, but I'm still not sure if you'd fuck me over.
I can get by that. Still don't think you're my number one, though. Maybe third?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, I'm kind of privileged that I'm that high up, really. Thanks.
But
you've only got 5 friends, so being the third out of the 5 isn't that good.
That's not fair.
Who's number 2?
Who's number 1?
Who's number 4?
Number 1.
Who's number 1? Valdris.
Oh, okay.
If I could sell her out pretty easily, I would.
It's okay, she'd sell you out in an instant, or anyone else.
Mm-hmm. She's pretty top of my list now.
She does not get on well with Pandora. Or any other Toreador in the Camarilla.
Wonder why.
Because she is a stone-hearted bitch.
How you've said.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go to this club, gather up the doctor, and if Kalo decides to show his face, I think you really pissed him off him on. I just think he doesn't come around anymore because you really upset him.
He spends a lot of time with his kid.
Oh yeah, that kid. We really gotta address the kid thing.
I thought you got his dog back. Anyway.
He's got his dog too. It's a little different.
Being a good dad?
But
wait.
Since when could Kindred have children?
It's not his
It's
child.
not exactly a kid.
Tell me more.
Yeah, I don't think you guys have told me that story yet.
Harry.
It's a damn peer.
Never mind.
Wait. What did you just say, Sidra?
It's a what?
You heard what she said.
Really? It's one of them?
Mm-hmm.
You
Remember when the orphanage blew up?
Yes.
That was
the
us.
Orphanage? That
You
was
guys
another...
blew up an orphanage?
It was an
It was a real
Anarch
orphanage.
thing.
So Kalo didn't quite understand what the kids were and tried to save a couple.
And
so
for the
one now
record,
thinks he's daddy.
Harry,
Interesting. Yes,
the Camarilla asked for this to happen, not the Anarch.
that's because it was an Anarch holding. Camarilla
Yeah, but I think
destroy all Dampir on sight.
Because it was wrong.
I think the Anarchs were against it too.
Interesting.
Better not sell us out, Harry.
Well, I have to tell the clan. I wouldn't tell anybody else.
I think that's a fair trade. You're the one that alerted us to having the kid in general in the first place.
That's true. But I didn't know it was a damp here. You guys need to be very careful.
Well, we never see the guy. What are we gonna do?
We tried to blow it up the first time.
And to be completely honest,
Well, I like you, so what I'll do is I will omit the fact that it's a damp here for the foreseeable future. But that doesn't necessarily guarantee that the sheriff, or the constable, sorry, won't get wind of this and break the door down and bring final death to everyone in that household.
I think that's okay.
You wishing death upon Kalo?
And you wonder why I think you will sell me out.
To be fair, he doesn't really like Kayla.
I mean, not directly. Kalo's useful. He's just an extreme headache. And when he doesn't show up, we get in trouble. So when he's here, we get in trouble.
Yeah. Why did I give Harry a fucking lisp? I really regret this.
So, Thanks, Harry. Thanks for that info.
Very welcome. And thank you for the information.
Yeah, Aamon, you owe him dinner.
Fair.
I prefer brunettes.
It was
You
pretty.
know, Harry, we got something in common.
Long hair, not short hair.
Wait, wasn't there Data Blonde?
Well, yes, but, you know, that's a different kind of... Let's not go there.
I think this is the same concept of eating a steak medium well as opposed to you prefer your steak rare. He'll
right,
do it.
Know.
It's still
Just-
a steak.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you mind if I put a few posters up in the tunnel that leads in here, by the way, Xavier?
Posters?
Yes.
What kind of posters?
Well, you know, I was thinking of something modern and fashionable, like some sort of lady in a bathing suit.
Ah, those kind of posters.
You know what? If you want to make your little part of our sewer tunnel your home, do it.
Well, you see, it's not for any ulterior motive. It's just that way it looks like it's another homeless shelter that someone lives in, rather than an obvious tunnel in and out.
Let's do
Actually
it.
pretty
And
clever.
it has pictures of almost naked or naked women.
They're
Do
not
we
going to
need
be
to throw-
naked. That's disgusting. That's very inappropriate. They would be wearing
It's art!
They would be wearing swimming costumes, and they would be in very artful, tasteful poses. Some of them might even show
There's
their
nothing
ankles.
shameful about the human body.
Well, it's just I wouldn't want to be one of those people.
Do we need to throw empty Chinese containers down there so it looks like they've been, going through the trash?
That's not a bad idea, actually. Although I wouldn't
Anything to
use
help you out.
Chinese. I wouldn't use Chinese containers. Not with Sagaki running around.
That's a good point.
Oh yeah, good point. Pizza boxes.
Yes, like Mama Jones.
Yes. Sure.
Or maybe Pizza Shack.
Jesus.
No, they don't do pizza.
Okay. Do they
I
not?
think you meant Big Brutus.
Yeah, Xavier, that's the Mexican joint down the street, and it's actually pronounced Jesus's.
Oh. Okay. Well, I need to get everything in here. Get it situated. home, you know.
Then do you need a hand?
You want to carry a box?
I can carry several.
Okay. I don't think any of the guns are loaded, so we're probably pretty safe. Yeah, let's go grab some boxes.
Yay, outside!
We were supposed to unload the guns.
Trust me, Xavier would have unloaded them himself.
So Harry's going to fuck off to the van outside. Is there anything you wish to discuss among yourselves?
I probably would have just looked at Xavier and been like, sorry, with how often Harry comes around here, I always kind of forget that he's your guy and not ours. I didn't mean to intrude like that, but I appreciate you allowing me to do that.
All you gotta do is ask.
I just figure that while we're still under the assumption that I might be you know who, and we're still trying to find proof that either says or that either agrees or says otherwise. I really didn't trust that chick at the party, and the fact that those thin bloods that Lupine ripped apart looked a lot like Ripper murders kind of intrigued me a bit. That and it almost murdered me while it was under her care. So
Yeah, I don't trust her. And I don't trust any Lupine.
You gave me an idea. But I'm curious how easy it'll be to convince the prince that Lupine did this. Because they're the ones that found you. Shabana, specifically. Sidra.
Mm-hmm.
You should see if you can get any info from Shabana about the night they found Aamon.
Okay.
Or
yeah, because all I remember is Lupine, and then I woke up at Pandora's, well, wherever they gave me to Pandora. I don't remember. I was half dead. I don't even know how they stopped him from killing me.
Because even if we say we don't frame, because I'm not sure that you guys are going to be in on that. Still not without investigating, though, because it is a little bit suspicious.
Yeah, framed or not, whoever the Ripper is, I want to know. Especially if it's not me.
I need to know.
I just want to get that kid back.
Well, yeah, of course. I just figured that we were all understanding that was priority number one. It's just, well, we can't do anything about that. Might as well figure everything else out.
And we'll call it there. So we've got the main episode tomorrow.
Do we get pizza and beer now?
Not from me.
Because we helped you move.
We're gonna blush a life the shit out of this.
Mama Jones
lawn
or Pizza
chairs.
Shack.
Yeah, lawn chairs and open area.
I was so tempted to ask Harry if he'd ever met any turtles in the sewer.
You should have.
I was gonna be like, hey, you ever find any turtles down the sewer? Can you bring one back? I'd like to just keep him as like a little pet.
So should give him a Ninja Turtles poster.
Main episode tomorrow, where we may learn the fate of Aamon's family.
God, I hate how ominous that sounds.
Yeah, but Why did you say sorry to me then? That makes me worried.
You should be worried.
I mean, you might be living with the Ripper.
I'm the only anarch in a group of Camarilla people. I'm always worried.
I'm not going to kill you unless you give me reason to.
Everyone say...
I'm the only kindred in this group that doesn't know what's going on. I'm always worried as well.
And I know everything that's going on. And I'm worried.
That's not
You're
good.
probably the most worried out of us all.
Yes! Everyone say nighty-night and catch you tomorrow.
Bye.
Have a good night.
What she said.
I live for that.